Hello again, and happy and blessed Wednesday, local time for Metro Manila, the Philippines, Southeastern Asia. In my distant native land, Finland, in Northern Europe, the Helsinki City Council apparently decided to remove certain election ads that were seen as targeting unfairly immigrants or certain immigrant groups. They have been put up by the right-wing populist, national conservative, largely anti-immigrant and anti-Muslim and Eurosceptic Finns Party or True Finns Party. So this news item was published on the English language website of the Finnish Public Broadcasting Company, YLE, on June the 7th, 2021. The election poster suggested that immigrants were able to skip city housing queues ahead of locals. The outdoor advertising company J.C. Decor and the City of Helsinki's Transportation Department have decided to remove Finns Party election advertisements, which suggested that immigrants receive favorable treatment in the granting of rental housing in Helsinki. The advertisement contains a picture of an apartment building's residence list, as would appear in the stairwell of the building, which reads, "Skipped the queue" instead of most of the names. The text below the image says that immigration policy affects access to housing for ordinary employed urban dwellers. The advertisement provoked a good deal of debate on social media over the weekend, and among other things was considered by some to be racist and anti-immigrant, and I would say rightly so, because it overgeneralizes the situation and therefore distorts it, more or less willfully. Mr. Klaus Kuhanen, the CEO of J.C. Decor, told the Finnish news agency STT that the agreement between the company and the city prohibits advertising that arouses public disapproval, does not comply with ethical rules, and is misleading. Mr. Kuhanen added that the removal of the advertisements from the streets of the capital had already started. The Finns Party's Helsinki chair, Mr. Johannes Nieminen, said the decision to remove the posters was an exceptional one because it was made without consulting the party. He said he believed the decision was a restriction on the political freedom of speech. He claimed that in their view there was nothing wrong with the ads, that they had been deliberately misunderstood by some people. And he said that those ads supposedly were intended to spark a debate about how fairly housing is in the most urgent category, and on some basis they are selected from within the most urgent category. That process is by no means open, so it means that there may be people in that category for a long time without getting an apartment. He also claimed that immigration is a factor. He continued, population growth is based quite strongly on immigration, but we should remember that there are also expatriate Finns and then mixed Finnish foreign families and individuals who move to Finland. As a result, they and the native population compete for the same housing. We think we need to be able to discuss this. However, Miss or Mrs. Mari Randell from the city's urban environment department said that access to city housing in Helsinki was not based on queues, and therefore one person cannot lose their place in line to another. She further said that each selection of housing applicants is based on vacancies and how urgently the housing is needed. When seeking city housing, applicants determine in which area they are seeking to live, what kind of housing they are applying for, and at what level of rent. Ms. Randell further emphasized that an applicant's ethnicity or Finnish citizenship will know when it will be their turn. We can't say that he or she will get an apartment in 5 months because there is no queue.